Example number 2. Solve x equals the absolute value of 4x plus 6 minus 8. Step number 1, we want to isolate this. We want to isolate the absolute value. So I want to add 8 to both sides. X plus 8 equals the absolute value of 4x plus 6. At this point, we can split off into our two different branches, right? One negative, one positive. X plus 8 equals positive 4x plus 6. And x plus 8 equals negative 4x plus 6. I want to get a little bit more specific, okay? What we're saying is negative is the absolute value. Really, I think in most cases, I haven't done a really thorough analysis of this. I think in most cases, you can't put the negative on the other side. But just to simplify things, I know that this way always works. So if you guys think that maybe the other way can work, why don't you do some experiments and get back to me on that. So remember, the negative goes to the thing that's the absolute value, because we can have two different solutions when it comes to absolute values. So the positive is very easy. X plus 8 equals 4x plus 6. I just dropped the brackets. Do you need to show that step? Absolutely not. It's a really simple one. I want to subtract 4 from both sides. Sorry, 4x from both sides, so I get negative 3x. 6. I want to subtract 8 from both sides, so that's negative 2. So x equals negative 2 divided by negative 3, but we know that two negatives are just a positive. So positive 2 over 3. I know we're dealing with fractional solutions. It's annoying. We'll get to the verification. That's where it actually gets a little bit more dicey. So let's move on to this second branch. So I have x plus 8 equals negative 4x minus 6. Why both? Because I need to make sure that negative goes to both terms. I want to add 4 to both sides. 5x equals, subtract 8 from both sides, negative 14. X equals negative 14 over 5. Okay, so the beastly thing about this question is not the actual solving, because these are our two potentials, but it's in the verification of it. So let's just go through the steps. What we did was we isolated the absolute value, okay? Then we did the two different branches, and in those two different branches we solved for x. The next and final step is the verification.
Supervisor, please contact the office.
So verify x equals 2/3. Left-hand side of the left-hand side of the original is going to be equals 2 over 3. Now in this case, the right-hand side is going to be the bit that's more difficult. So then we have the absolute value of 4 over 2/3 plus 6 minus 8. So that's 8 over 3 plus 6 minus 8. I want to make sure that we have a common denominator here, so the way that I can write that is the absolute value of 8 over 3 plus 18 over 3, absolute value of that minus 8. That is going to be 26 over 3. Now I want to change this so that we have a common denominator, so that is going to be 24 minus 24 over 3, which is just 2/3. We know that left-hand side equals right-hand side, so it's verified. So we know that x plus 2/3 is a real thing. The reason why I put 26 over 3, let me just see if I can see it. Oh yeah, that's great. Perfect. 26 over 3, because the absolute value of 8 over 3 plus 18 over 3 is the absolute value of 26. But the absolute value of 26 is just 26 over 3. Sorry, the absolute value of 26 over 3 is 26 over 3. So we're good. Left-hand side equals right-hand side. We are good to go. Okay, now we're dealing with the 14 over, or negative 14 over 5. We want to verify that. So we know that our our left-hand side is just going to be negative 14 over 5. Usually I like to put the right-hand side right beside, but I'm kind of getting squished for room here, so I'm just going to say right-hand side is the absolute value of 4 times negative 14 over 5 plus 6 minus 8. We have the absolute value of negative 56 over 5. Instead of having 6, I want to make sure that it's over 5. So 30 over 5 is just 6. So plus 30 over 5, just so that we can have that common denominator, minus 8. The absolute value of negative 56 plus 30 is negative 26 over 5. And right off the hop, I'm just going to get that into a common denominator. So that's just going to be 40 over 5. Even do it in your calculators. 40 over 5 is 8, so we know it's equivalent. So that is the absolute value of negative 26 over 5 is 26 over 5 minus 40 over 5. Guess what? That is going to be negative 14 over 5. So we know that left-hand side equals right-hand side. Woohoo! So x equals our original one that worked out, 2/3. And x equals negative 14 over 5. And we're done. Everything's verified.